I wound up at this rehab, right, in Utah, and they do something called Family Week. And every week, on a Sunday, everybody who's involved in the program has their family show up on these Skype calls. And everybody will show up in the same room. And your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your wife, your friends, whatever.
Just you and the people? Or
no, it's you, the whole squad of you that are in this group. Like 12 of us in my class.
And everyone's family.
Everyone's family pops up on the screen. And week 1, no one shows up. For me, no one. They got the calls. I know they got the calls, but no one showed up. My mother, my father, no one showed up. Manager, friends, no one showed up. Week 2, same thing. So I'm sitting in this room, and even the person who's like therapizing me, she's starting to feel like this. She's empathizing with where I'm at. Everybody else in the room, we got a dude who like, you know, this isn't just alcoholics and shit. This is like fucking arsonists and like child predators and all kind of wild people in this group, right? And they got people showing up for them. And I don't have nobody showing up for me. And week 2, week 3, I'm there 90 days. So I'm there for a clip. And there comes a point where Family Week comes around. I say to my therapist, like, I'm not gonna go. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to subject myself to this shit. Like, I'm on a path, and you know, let me just stay here. Like, I don't want to keep reminding myself of how fucked my situation is. Mm-hmm. And she says, no, I think you should show up this week. And I show up thinking, all right, my mom's gonna be on there. You know, my mom will be on. And Mia is on the screen. And, you know, like, you don't deserve that kind of shit. You know what I mean? You don't deserve that kind of shit. Like, I don't deserve that kind of shit. You know, I done put her through years and years of fucking nonsense, bro. Just like, and I don't have nothing to offer her either. You know what I mean? I'm in the middle of my shit. You know, I'm like 2 months into this program. You know, I don't even have nothing going on. I have nothing going on. I'm making this list. She's at the top of the list, but I'm not reaching out to her, nothing like that. And you heard her voice, like she's like a fucking angel, you know what I mean? Everybody does their shit, and I'm fucking gone, you know? And so they let her go first, because I can't even fucking believe. And they all know, because I ain't had no family show up for me. And she unmutes, and she's like, hi, Shia. You know, and it's like, she's prepping a movie. She ain't got no fucking time for this, you know? But she found time, and she said, hi, Shia. And we just smiled. We had nothing else to say. But she saved my fucking life, dog. Like, before the kid, before the job, before God, before any religion, before a laugh, before a laugh, before Bo, before a phone, before anything, was this woman's face. And there wasn't no promises made, wasn't no long conversation being had, nothing. Just her presence, the ministry of presence. Sometimes that's all you need to offer a person who's in a situation like that, is like just to be present. And she was present for me at a time when I didn't deserve to have nobody in my life, especially her. And I'm not trying to do this boo shit, because right away my head goes to like, how's this being viewed? I'm such a fuck this way.
You're
but
good. Come on, man.
Yeah. She's a real one. She's a real one. And I'll never be able to. It's the first time I really understood love, because I didn't have nothing to give. And I was sitting there thinking like, well, I don't have nothing. It's not sexy to be with me. Don't you get it? Like, people out here accusing me of like putting makeup on my genitals and like shooting dogs and shit. Like, you know, that's what I'm being accused of. And you're showing up for me like you're gonna be tied to this shit? It didn't make no fucking sense. And love is irrational that way. You can't rationalize real love. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And I had spent my whole life trying to rationalize it. Like, you know, this dude hits me up. He's in my corner because, you know, we fuck with the same craft. You know what I mean? That's what he loves this thing that I got, that I'm like, I'm G with this shit over here. That's why he loves me, because he loves that part of me that's G at this. you know, and then I would write your love off like, oh, okay, you love me because I do this shit. And so many of my relationships were basically like, you love me because I'm fucking sensei over here. In the dojo, I'm black belt right here, so you love me because of this. And when they blow the dojo up, you're like, I'm not G at I'm not sensei at nothing. I don't even know how to fish. I don't even know how to fucking do nothing. Like, I don't even know how to camp. I'm a fucking little kid. You know what I mean? I don't know how to make a fire. And yeah, she gave me hope, bro, when I was really like running on fumes. I wasn't running on empty, but I was running on fumes. I'd had a sponsor in my life who was he was saying, yo, be patient, the shit will show up. Miracles will show up. This was another miracle. Bags packed is a miracle. You know, them laughing in the car is a miracle. My wife's face on the Skype call is a miracle. The shit starts to add up where, you know, it becomes this like, it creates faith because you're not doing it. It wasn't some fucking dope poem I sent or some flowers I sent that put her on the Skype call. And it wasn't good behavior or being a man. Bro. It wasn't good sex that got my wife on the Skype call. Right. It wasn't like any of this self-will shit that I used to validate her being in my life. Like, even my sex life was like, it was so performative. It was like, well, if a woman didn't orgasm, I would question it. You know, like, what does this mean about me? It was always about me. I never had like a real coupling. It was always performative, and it was always like this constant validation trip. If I would try to look for the same shit I got at work over here in this relationship. And the reason I didn't like being friends with men is it was constantly this comparison study. You know, and this has been difficult too, is to like reach back out to people who were in my corner then, who are still in my corner but are G's. It's hard to reach out to dudes like that because you knew them at a certain level. You know, another dude who really showed up for me was Cuddy. Like, he was the first friend that really hit me back, you know, like, and he's a fucking G. Dude is like, his life is on fire. And it's hard to, like, I've always known him at a certain kind of equivalency. We've always been to be in each other's lives as sort of like, you know, like I knew him at a level, and I'm not at that level. And sometimes it's difficult to like, to show up for the love, that people are throwing at you. Because you think you think you are these Twitter comments. You think you are this idea fuck, I gotta get out of this octave because I sound like boohoo bullshit.
No,
but
come on, being you, bro.
Yeah, but I don't want to be fucking performative for your shit.
But dude, just...
It's difficult for a dude in my spot to receive love because you don't feel like you deserve it. And so you wind up dipping on a lot of people, even when they're showing up for you. And then you got to have like real conversations. I had to really put it out there to him, like, bro, I don't feel successful enough to be your friend anymore. So what a fucking like crazy shit to write, but you gotta air it out.
You're not stuck there anymore.
Nah, I wouldn't be able to sit here with you if I was there.
Right.
I wouldn't be able to sit here and talk to you about this shit.
Right. And so so the emotion right now, what this is,
it's almost
from,
in,
the
it's
realization
in retrospect
of like, damn,
yeah,
dude,
yeah, where I was.
Who gives a fuck about all that shit?
This is where I'm looking back at it because I think, fuck, what a sorry case. Like, what a sad motherfucker for real. You know what a. And that's who I was. Not even that long ago, bro. This is like 2 months ago.
But I understand. But the fact that you were there, the fact that you've been there, that you treaded on that path, means you can actually talk to others who are fucking locked in that bullshit.
And I do.
That's it, man.